What is up, everybody? Thursday this week. Sorry, not
Yes.
Friday. Happy Thursday to everybody. Not everybody's favorite day of the week. We know that is Thursday night.
It's little Friday Eve.
Friday Eve, a little Friday Eve action. Why are we coming to you earlier? Well, we have a game on Friday to play, and it is a big one, right? This is the biggest one so far, Game 3. First chance for us to extend, move past that first round of the playoffs, right? So huge game coming Friday. So we are coming to you on Thursday. I apologize in advance to all you listeners. I am complete noodle brain today, but we're going to get through this thing and we're going to knock it out good. So we obviously had a game on Saturday to get to this Game 3. I guess I already kind of spoiled that for you if you didn't know. But final score of Game 2 up at the Bronx Yankee Stadium. It ended New York City 0, Charlotte 0. However, we went to PKs, and what an epic PK battle it was. Everybody knocking down shots left and right, beautiful PKs. It ended 7-6. Your boys in black and blue with the victory. Kahlina stood on his head there on the end and got the job done. So 7-6 on PKs. That's 1-1 in the series. Love it. Kind of getting into a little bit of the game itself, right? New York City did have much of the ball for really the whole first half, it felt like, but not really threatening, right? It felt more like they had the ball, but they couldn't do much with it. Charlotte far and away had the better chances in the first half. They had one from Bronico that hits the post. They had another beauty from Westwood. I thought Westy had that right into the corner of the goal. I mean, just didn't, posting out. And then Tofolo also had a sitter as well that he really should have finished off of a beautiful flick from Toklamati. Nice build up from there. Second half started really well for Charlotte. Really felt like they were going to have a goal in the next 5-10 minutes. But New York City, credit them, they made a really good couple of substitutions and seemed like they really picked up the pace late. I thought for sure it felt like they were going to end up getting the goal in the last probably 10-15 minutes. But our guy Kahlina saves huge, biggest save of the season so far. I mean, what a reaction that he had down to his right to make a save. Kept it 0-0, and then, like I said, the rest was kind of history in terms of the PKs, like I just mentioned. A couple of other things worth mentioning, though. I didn't think Arch had a good game. He came in a little earlier in this game than he had been, around like the 60th, 65th. I didn't love his touches on the ball personally, but give him credit. He was the first penalty kicker, and he nailed it, so credit that.
Honestly, that made me nervous.
Same, yeah.
Stepping up, I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, you got to give him credit for that. I was nervous as hell thinking about it. I was like, man, first time it's going to touch the back of the net is on a PK in this magnitude. We'll see, but he sure nailed it. And then Toke as well. Like I said, he did miss the sitter, but I thought he just didn't have a good game overall, right? I was hoping, really excited to see him and Zaha together. I just don't think they quite got on the same page. I thought Zaha was immense. He was great. Toke, not so much. Sorry. Yeah. See, I told you, noodle brain, guys. Noodle brain. Tofolo is who I'm really talking about. Toke didn't have a great game himself neither, right? He was kind of in there, but Toph is the guy I was trying to talk about there.
Little flick back to Toph that should have.
Exactly, but Tofolo for everybody listening. Sorry if that was hard to understand, but yeah, Tofolo and Archie, to me, the two new signings is really what I was getting to there. Wanted to see them really produce in the playoffs, and again, not that they were horrible, but I just felt like coming into Game 3, we're going to need to see a little bit more from both of them, probably. That's really all I have on here. What do you guys think? Like, what were your thoughts overall? I guess, Amy, we'll start with you.
I thought PKs were epic.
Oh, yeah.
I am so glad we won because I was like, oh, no, Westy, you're the only one that did their PK.
Go figure.
Oh, poor thing. But, I like that one. What was it, their third shooter or whatever? Like, what was he shooting at? Like, he was so far missed. I mean, I'm glad he
third
did.
Third or fourth, yeah. I can't remember.
I was like,
way
he
left.
kicked it. I was like, what just did you do? Like, you
heard an audible scream from the it was like,
terrible.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I mean, thank you, but that was terrible.
Yeah.
I just thought, and then man, Diani and Malanda, like, man,
Roofed
upper
it.
90s, like that was legit.
Yeah.
I thought we played better this game. Definitely, it made me a little nervous with how compact that pitch is. But I think Zaha, of course, I mean, he's a difference maker. He makes things happen. He pulls defenders and players to him, which opens up, which I think is really important on a pitch that's so tight that he needs to pull those players to him so that those other players are can open up. I do think Archie had some decent runs in behind. maybe his touch wasn't great, but we've had games where our touch hasn't been great on many players. And
Sure.
let's not talk about like some people that sit on the bench.
Fair. Listen, way better than Abada. We know who you're talking about right now.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
Oh yeah, Abada did not see the field, by the way, and for good reason, but different.
So I think this game, I mean, it took some grit and we made it happen, and I think that's great momentum for us to bring it back to the bank. And now it's it's a true elimination game. It's best of one, and all we got to do is go 1-0 and the rest of the season, and we'll be really happy.
Absolutely, yeah. One game from here on out, actually. Yeah, good point there. Brian,
wrestling back, home field advantage. I mean, this is why we got top 4. So we're gonna have that deciding game in the fortress. Just our guys are just resilient. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
I think that's one of the best traits about this team. Like when their backs are up against the wall, they show up and they perform. And certainly having Zaha back was important for us. But I thought they took the game to NYCFC.
Yeah.
Winning in Yankee Stadium is a hard thing. I think
Which
that's the first time we had done that. Yeah.
They won at the other stadium.
That's right, the New York Red Bull Stadium. They had mentioned that on the telecast. Technically, we still didn't win the game, but hey, we won the game. It's 1-1 on the record.
That's right. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was great. It was great. Nerve-wracking though.
Oh, very, especially at the end. Like I said, I when they made those changes, it seemed to really bolster their team. And like I said, because I thought Charlotte was quite good to start the second half. I really felt they were going to get a goal in the next couple of minutes, but then those subs did kind of change things for NYCFC. That was the only real good spell of play. Again, they dominated possession. Don't get me wrong. If you go look at the stats, they had more shots, they had more possession. You might think NYCFC dominated the game, but personally, one thing I didn't mention just in that recap that I think is worth noting was the game plan by Dean Smith. I thought we executed it very well. Right, it was very clear that we weren't going to sit there and kind of lollygag on the ball. We hooked it down the field. Route one stuff, direct balls, right? I mean, you guys have possession all you want. You're not going to break us down. But when we get the ball back from you, we are belting it down the field. I thought that was a great game plan.
It was. And I think we played a really clean game, too.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean,
I think it just really all came. And, I mean, talk about Kahlina, like clutch.
Oh, yes.
Like that one header, I was like, okay, thank you, Kahlina. And then I in the penalty kicks, I was like, seriously, Kahlina, could you just guess once? Right way, one time, and then you did it when it mattered. So
absolutely.
And I mean, nobody celebrates better than Kahlina. I mean,
the
toe twerk was pretty good, but Kahlina, man, when things are happening because he is a silly type of guy. So.
Silly assassin, if you will. Huh? I feel like that. So. Best I had. No, I agree. Like I said, with everything we kind of mentioned there, right? Just great game plan, resilient team. We saw all of that on display. Just don't let them get a goal in the net. And that's basically what it came down to. And then, hey, let's get it to PKs where we know we have the best goalkeeper in the league, despite what others may say, not putting him in the back-to-back goalkeeper of the year. But this man, we know what he's about, and he did it. So, back to the bank. Game 3 is coming Friday, as I just mentioned earlier. So
7 o'clock, not 7:30.
Yes, 7 p.m. start time. So get there a little bit earlier than you may normally.
Probably a 7:15 kick.
Exactly, but yeah,
get there for the Pozniak.
Got to be there for Pozniak. It's going to be the best Pozniak we've ever done. Yes. I can promise you that.
It's going to be electric.
Absolutely. Cool. And now that we put a crown on our recaps, yep. So into actually skipping news for the week this week, just not enough noteworthy things to go over. We're in playoff mode. That's what everybody cares about. So we'll just roll straight into the Around the League and kind of get you caught up on all the other series that are happening. So, Amy, if you want to kind of start us off there.
So, a series that has some bearings on the series we're in against NYCFC, Philly took it in 2. They won 3-0 over Chicago.
Did you see there was a hot mic moment with the Chicago radio person? It was 3-0 at halftime, and they just go like the halftime, and he's just like, "Well, this sucked." Did you guys see that? It was so funny. It was hilarious. Anyway.
And I feel like I think Chicago, isn't that Berhalter's team?
It is.
Yeah. I think they must be having some issues with their supporters because I did see where Berhalter had to talk to their supporters for some.
They were saying some not
great
kind
things. So, good riddance. See ya, Chicago. So hopefully we'll be seeing Philly in Philly. That would be great. So
Low-key already got it booked.
Hope so. You do?
Like, low key right now. But that low-key ready.
And then, of course, Nashville took care of business at home. They won 2-1 over Miami. So that will be going back down to Miami for that game 3.
Kind of surprising there, right?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Miami probably was going to take that one in 2. But, hey, you never know. Crazier things have happened. Let's go Nashville. And then the game that I thought was crazy was Portland against San Diego. That game was 2-1. San Diego looked like they were going to win it in 2, and then Portland scores in like the 88th minute, and like they have 8 minutes of extra time. They score. That one guy has like 4 or 5 guys on him, and like skies over him, finds the back of the net on the header.
That's awesome.
And then San Diego's penalty kicks were just terrible. I mean, they had
a rocket
2
man.
like sky over the crossbar, and then the guy like that could have tied it for him, he came and hit the crossbar. So I was like, geez, y'all gonna practice some PKs, I hope.
They showed the one from behind. It was like,
it went like, I mean, it was terrible. So that series again now is tied, and they'll go back to San Diego.
Okay, so 2 tied there. What you got for us, Brian?
So we have Dallas with a 1-1 draw with Vancouver, and then Vancouver wraps up that series in PKs 4-2. That was a real physical game. I watched that, and it looked like Vancouver had a couple players come off early, so I don't know how that will affect them in the future.
A lot of people are picking them to win it right now.
Yeah, they got beat up pretty good. They got beat up pretty good. And then just a little spoiler before Mark gets to it, but they'll play LAFC in the conference semifinals, Western Conference semifinals. And then,
very good game. Very good matchup, honestly.
Yeah. And then our Eastern Conference matchup, Columbus beat Cincinnati 4-0.
Down on them.
4-0.
They like
and Cincinnati.
Hell was real for Cincinnati that day.
Yeah.
Boy, they felt all 7 depths of it.
They hammered them. And Cincinnati took a red card pretty early, like 38th minute or something. It was kind of unnecessary. I think it was 1-0 at that point. But they scored on the free kick from the red card, and it was a rout after that.
And Cincinnati had 2 PKs in that game too. They missed one and made one, so they had their chances. But
Cincinnati's still tied though, because of their patented 1-0 victories that they like to have, right? So tied there. Did you guys see? Like, I thought it was one of the cooler things I saw of the playoff series so far. I didn't know this was something Columbus did, but their entrance when they walk into the stadium, they've got what's his name? Elvis Presley. I can't help falling in love with, and then it says with crew. But they have the whole fans. It was pretty sweet, actually. I kind of got a few goosebumps. So shout out to Columbus fans that were singing that in that particular matchup. But 1-1. Really, really cool, honestly. So I was trying to brainstorm some things Charlotte should do beyond not just the positive, but like when we're walking out, if there was a song we could come up with, that'd be cool. But maybe it'd be copycat. I don't know.
Yeah. Kind of like
we like what we have. We sing with the national anthem. You can't get more patriotic and rambunctious than that. So anyway, kind of sidebar conversation there. Jumping back into what we were talking about, the around the league. So only 2 other matchups beyond the 5 they just mentioned. So Austin loses 1, or Austin 1, LAFC 4. Sorry guys, getting noodle brain. LAFC did win the series 2-0. They dominated both games. They probably have the best 1-2 combo in the league right now between Son and Dennis Bouanga going back and forth. So I am really, really excited to see the matchup between them and Vancouver. I would have to bet the winner of that game, or series rather. Well, I guess it is just one game. They're probably the favorite to win the entire thing, if we're being honest. I think the way that both of them showed up in their particular series and played, maybe if Vancouver has a couple injuries, that changes. But really, really impressive stuff from LAFC in that. And then the other one happened actually just last night. Seattle 4, Minnesota 2 in the game last night. So that series is now tied at 1. So only, 2 series total? 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 3 of the 8. So 3 of the 8 were finished in 2 games. 5 of them are coming back for a deciding game 3. So obviously kind of shows you the parity within the league, I feel like, right there for sure. That's enough about the other teams. We've talked about them for, I can't see the timer, let's say 10 minutes. That's 10 minutes too many because we here in Charlotte, here in the Carolinas, here in this region, we have one game and one game only that we're worried about. And we'll just roll right into it. This is the match day preview, the thing that started it all, right? We are on to game 3, the deciding game for round 1. Winner take all, Friday night at the bank. Cannot wait, right? It's a preview of sorts, but guys, I know you all watched my videos on the one before and the one before and the 2 games we played in the regular season, right? So very little to preview in terms of what we're going to do, and what they're going to do, right? We know what they're going to do. They're going to hold on to the ball. They're going to try to, set that deep block, but then just possess the ball as much as they can and try to create openings that way, right? That's how they try to beat us. We're going to probably be a little bit more route one, give them the ball, but then try to beat them by bypassing that midfield, right? Nothing new is going to happen in this game. I doubt. Maybe somebody throws a wrinkle, but in a deciding game 3, you want to do what you do best, and I think both managers will probably stick to that game plan that we saw in game 2 and in game 1. This comes down to execution, right? At the end of the day, which team is going to execute for 90 minutes better is going to be the one that wins, right? Don't change the game plan. Don't go in there and let's go with a back 3 all of a sudden, right? You're going to find yourself, probably playing from behind because you're getting used to it, and you just cannot do that in a game like this. So it's the same game plan that's worked all season. Stick to it, and let's see how it goes, right? Feed off this crowd, right? We're going to be behind you, Charlotte FC. Everybody in that stadium is going to be behind you. I cannot wait to see what the positive looks like come 7:15 on Saturday or Friday night, rather.
And
so
it'll be
dark, right? I'm low key hoping for like a drone thing at halftime. They did that one time, and I haven't seen one since.
They had the fireworks all around the stadium last time. So
okay, yeah.
Oh, and the fire!
We need something cool. Yeah, that cauldron light.
Yeah,
it's all going to be so amazing, right? So
be there.
Be there.
And put your butt in the seat.
Exactly, because it is going to be an electric atmosphere that everybody's going to want to be a part of. And like I said, it's really just up to the players to play off of that. We came out in game 1 way too timid, right? Passive, like, oh, let's just try not to make a mistake. No, this is about let's take our game to them. Let's go feed off this crowd and let's go get that goal and let's go win this game, right? Do you guys have anything to add beyond that, like analysis wise?
I think what you said, don't come out timid. The first game, I think we played the moment, not the game. We played nervous. We can't play nervous. We got to, out of the gate, we got to be rocking and rolling.
Mm-hmm.
We got to play the game and not the moment. And I think that will serve us well. We're always good at the bank. We just got to show up and play our game.
Yep.
Well, and we like to have our backs against the wall. So here it is. Like, you better bring it. I just think this game is going to be so different than game 1 at the bank. I mean, they're not going to come back out and have another game like that. I think Bronico is going to just be a beast of a annoyance. And I think he's going to run his ass off all over that field. And I think about that, bring in Archie again. That
I agree.
Like to help stretch the field. Because there's going to be even more space for Vargas and Goodwin to run in behind. So I think we're going to see goals. I don't think we're going to have another. Not saying we might not. Well, I hope we don't have a shootout or a penalty kick, because I'm hoping that they don't score any goals, and we do. So that would nullify a PK. So
I will say this: I don't know. Like, we'll get to my preview and our preview here in a second, but I don't know that Archie actually sees the field if it goes the way I think. But if it is close late. Matter of fact, hypothetical. We're down 1 goal late. This isn't going to happen. This is purely hypothetical. Just want to see their answers. We're down 1 goal late. Are you bringing on Abada? Are you bringing on Goodwin? Both? Neither? Or like what do you? Yeah.
I think since Abada didn't play the last game, I kind of feel like Dean has moved on.
I agree.
Give somebody else a chance. I mean, I felt like he was low energy when he came into the game. So at least bring someone on that's going to push the game.
No chance Abada comes in.
Okay.
Archie comes in, and Archie's going to get the goal because he likes to score goals. That's what he's told us. And I think once he gets the time to play, and like he said he was just not coming into fitness because he was in the off season when he got here. He hasn't gotten tons of minutes. I think he's getting used to the guys. So, I am a huge Archie fan, and eventually y'all are going to be like, Amy, you were right.
Okay, fair enough. Well, there you have it. So Archie, for sure, go ahead and pencil him in for a goal on Friday night. And I guess that kind of brings us right into, drum roll please, Yeah, it is the preview time for everybody. As you see, by the magic of television, I've transported up here. We now have Maddie. She's going to actually join in on the picks as she's done before. She always does a very good job with that. So let's see what she's got. Matter of fact, you want to lead us off with it? What are you picking this week? We'll let you do the.
I'm picking 3-0.
Good guys, right?
4-0.
Oh, 4-0.
4-0.
And I'm going Bronico, Westy, Cambridge, and Toflo.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
Bronico,
So Bronico, Westy,
Westwood,
Cambridge, and Toth. Okay, I like that. I love those. And yeah, I guess Amy next or Brian. Yeah.
I also have a Kahlina sheet for us. I have 3-0. And I say Westy finally gets his banger. I'm going with a Westy banger. Zaha's going to step it up and bring it. And then I'm going to say that Archie finds the back of the net in regulation and not through a penalty kick this time. So 3-0, Westy, Zaha, and Archie.
Okay, Arch on the board.
That's
so
right.
a little tidbit here. Charlotte FC has not scored a goal yet in playoffs.
Yeah.
That's going to change on Friday night. I got us with a 3-1 victory. And I have a Zaha with a brace, and I also think Westwood's going to get a goal. He has been so close recently. I just feel like
that last one would have been about goal of the season.
Yeah.
Too. Boy, what a shot.
Yep.
Okay, fair. Yeah, I agree. Zaha is definitely going to bring it. I think he's going to be the straw that stirs the drink in this one, so to speak, though, right? I don't necessarily have him scoring a goal in this one, though he's done so in, 4 or 5 straight, it feels like. But I agree with everybody else, right? I just don't see us going another game, specifically at the bank, specifically with it being game 3, specifically with the crowd the way they're going to be, right? This is just going to be too much for New York to handle, right? We figured out the game plan to beat them, and we're going to have yards and yards and yards of more space to play here than we did in the Bronx up there, right? So I think that just feeds to a perfect scenario for Charlotte in this game. You hate to call it that. But at the same time, I just don't see any way New York City can handle us, handle the high press, handle the long balls deep. I think this one finishes Charlotte 4. I'll give New York City 1 just because I feel like we can never have everything perfect in Charlotte. We've learned that, right?
Oh,
so something's going to happen.
On Friday, damn it.
It's going to be perfect by the ending, but I think, yeah, so I'll go 4-1. Again, no Zaha goals for me, not because I don't think he's going to be involved. I think he's going to, again, be that facilitator that we're going to need with, obviously, a Pep Biel not being there. So I've actually got Toke scoring 2. He's way, way overdue at this point. So Toke getting 2 goals. I've got Bronico getting on the scoreboard as well. He's had a couple of probably the best chances in either game so far for us. He had a shot saved in the bank, and then obviously
what a
hit the
nice
post.
electoral day.
On,
Give a shout out to
on
the mayor.
election day, got to go with the mayor, Mr. Brent Bronico. And then, yeah, Toke's going to get his redemption, right? He obviously really should have scored a goal in the last game, had a sitter that he just missed. I think he gets redemption, gets that 4th goal. And Andy agrees with us down here as well. It is going to be a wrap. 4-1. Guys in black and blue. Guys, I appreciate everybody watching. Regardless of what happens this week, there will be an episode next week for everybody. Just hopefully it's a very happy episode. We all know it will be. But either way, there will at least be one more, and we're going to continue this through the playoffs is the hope and the plan. So as always, like and subscribe. Appreciate everybody that does that. And again, we need to see you this Friday, 7 p.m. at the bank. We need that place sold out and screaming. So see you all there. Crowns up, as always, for the crown.